What I got for you guys today is my thoughts on the ultra compact Dewalt impact driver after I've put it through its paces for the last 3 months. Hey guys, Toolman Tim here. Welcome back to the workshop where we create community, find freedom, promote preparedness, and share success. Back with another tool review for you. Real quick, if you want to know more about who I am, toolmantim.co. Run by there, find out everything there is to know about me. A whole bunch of gear I've reviewed in the past. This right here was my very first non-brushless DeWalt impact driver. Later on, I upgraded to this much heavier Atomic brand, which was brushless, and it always felt just a little gutless for the weight and the size of it. I always thought the Atomic was supposed to be a little bit lighter, a little more compact. I just was never really happy with this. Whenever I went, I always grabbed this one. Until, that is, this spring, I picked up this tiny little baby right here, and it honestly blew me out of the water. So this is the DCF850. Now, depending on how you pick it up, if it has a B after it like I did, I bought it at Home Depot here in Canada as the bare tool. You can buy it as, I think it's an F1 after it. That comes with one 5 amp hour battery, F2 with two 5 amp hour batteries. And Home Depot has a kit that comes with my favorite combination right there. We're going to probably do a whole video on these two together down the road. But today, I wanted to share with you what I've thought. So I've built basically 3 16x24 decks with this. I built a 16x24 covering over my deck with this, including driving about 1,000 metal roofing screws. I've used it. It's my grab and go for everything. Anytime I have to go and do a handyman job, this is what I've used since early to mid-spring. I wasn't sure what to think. My buddy Ted, if you guys follow him on Instagram, he told me I wouldn't be sorry, and he was absolutely right. So this beast right here has got around a 4.5 star rating with thousands of reviews between Amazon and Home Depot. They advertise it as 30% more torque, 3 speed settings, and 29% shorter. Well, let's take a look. They don't really talk about the weight a whole lot. That doesn't really matter. It's got 1,825 inch-pounds of torque. This thing will drive a 4-inch deck screw. Now, what I use this for is almost exclusively screws. I use it a bit for lag bolts and that sort of thing, but this thing will drive a 4-inch deck screw without even thinking about it. It is a great beast for that. Where they're available and what the price is, Home Depot and Amazon seem to be the best places to get it. So bare tool at Home Depot in the US right now, at the time of filming, $139. With the power stack battery, $308. On Amazon, bare tool with a charger and a 5 amp hour battery, $198. 2 5 amp hour batteries, $298. Now, if you ask me, it's probably worth it, but I love these power stack. This is a really good combination. Compact driver with the lighter weight battery works really well. Up until this point, on all my drivers, I always used the 2 amp hour batteries. So let's give you an up close. I'm not going to bother. We're going to take this guy right out of the comparison. This was the basic one I picked up way back when. It's a DCF850. It works good, but I wanted to do an apples to apples. So here is the two Atomic side by side. Let's bring these in like that. I'll show you there. Height-wise, they're almost identical. So I put them on the scale. I did some measurements. Definitely in the hand, this one feels a little bit lighter. Definitely much easier to maneuver. And what I love is when I was fixing my fence out there, it fit down in the tight spaces a lot better. I tend to use a 3-inch or a 6-inch bit, except in really tight spaces. So size isn't the only thing that I'm looking for in a compact impact driver, but it certainly helps. Much easier to carry, much easier to hold on to and work with all day long. So I threw these on the scale. I threw all 3 on. I'll put the footage up here for you. So I threw these on the scale for you to do a comparison to see how much difference there is in the size, the weight, and the length. So let's check it out. Front to back, the DCF809 is 5 inches. Front to back, the compact one is 3 7/8. That's an 1 1/8 difference, 23% shallower. That's where the money is. Height-wise, they're identical. Now, weight-wise, there was way less difference than I thought. It's just how much more balanced this is. 973 grams for the big one, 948 for the little, 25 grams lighter, only 3% difference. So for me, just carrying this around, it's easier to carry it up a ladder, just easier to hold on to. It's not that much lighter, but just the overall smaller stature and size and the power that this thing comes with has made it my absolute grab and go, ultra compact, subcompact, impact driver. So everything I've thrown at this so far, and that's everything from 1.25" all the way up to 4-inch deck screws, the occasional lag bolts, all the metal roofing screws, this thing has not let me down even once. My hand never gets fatigued because there's plenty of power in it to drive those fasteners home without needing to sit there and absolutely reef on it like I did with some of the older impacts and my really old Milwaukee drill I used to use. As far as the batteries go, I like a smaller battery. I don't mind swapping out every so often. I'm good with a 1.7 or a 2 amp hour battery. The 5 amp hour batteries are just a little too heavy for me to work with, especially if you're getting these in tight spaces or up underneath. They work really good. Get yourself a set of nut drivers. These things have worked great for hooking up and loosening fasteners. Beyond that, I just love the balance of it. Fits in your hand. I can almost make it disappear with this big beefy mitt of mine. 3 months in and I'm not going back. I will keep the other Atomic, this one right here, for anybody who wants to help me or my worker on the days that we're doing a job that it requires 2 of us to have the impact driver going. But for me, I'm settled on this guy. So if you're looking for something that's actually surprisingly inexpensive and full of power for the size of it, this is great. It's ran really, really well. As far as speed, torque, and power goes, I can't find a difference between the smaller one and the bigger one. So just in case if you're wondering, the DCF850 most definitely meets the Toolman Tim seal of approval. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. It's kind of an overview of my thoughts. You guys know I'm a bit of a Dewalt fanboy. That's okay. I've definitely given negative reviews to some of Dewalt's products in the past, but this one I just wanted to get on and gush about how much I loved it. So if you're interested in checking it out, links in the description below. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Stick around, run by toolmantim.co, and as always, stay healthy, stay happy, and have a great week.